episode of F1 2010 Career Mode. Go check out the previous episodes if you have not seen them yet, but now let's go to the 2010 Chinese Grand Prix. So here we are for our best lap in qualifying. And what I can say is this session is very much a dry to wet session, meaning times has to be got in early without making mistakes. And unfortunately that's can prove quite difficult, but we're going to keep pushing here. We're currently in P17. We do want to move up a little bit if possible. And let's see if this lap helps us do that. So we're coming now to the end of Sector 1. And we are going green, so we are improving, which should help. We are very, very wide there at the hairpin, which has probably cost us a good half second there. See, we're now sporting a helmet based on the Chinese flag, because we're at the Chinese Grand Prix. Actually, one of my favourite Grand Prix on the calendar. I've always liked driving this track. I've always felt like I got some decent pace on the circuit, so hopefully I can show that this weekend. We've got a Renault there up ahead of us, of Vitaly Petrov, but we're going to be able to drive past him. Really, he should have gone out of his way, but that's the AI for you. And again, we're going up by about half a second, so we are really improving now. We get to one of those crucial parts of the circuit, the entry onto one of the longest straights on the F1 calendar. I think it's the longest actually on this game. To build up the speed, we're really going 170 miles an hour. We should be hitting 200 by the end of the straight. Fast we go all season, probably, apart from maybe in Monza. Now we have to focus from 210 mile an hour onto the hairpin. We actually get it pretty good, but you can see the rain is falling now, and there is a rain on the track, meaning most people aren't going to go much faster. But we're going to come around the final corner, not brilliantly, and we're going to cross the line for 1 minute 39.7, and sadly that's only enough for P18, which means it's time to go to the Chinese Grand Prix race. It's a bit of a pain, we didn't get any better, but we've been knocked out of Q1. There you go, Vettel on pole, Webber alongside. There I am in P18. My teammate all the way back in P22. So here guys, it is raining here at the Chinese Grand Prix. Extreme wet tyres on. Who knows what's going to happen, it could be a lottery. Lights coming on, and here we go. We get a pretty good start there, getting past Della Rosa and Hulkenberg. We do give him a little touch to it, it's okay. Next up is Kobayashi and Remy there. We're going to go through the middle, then pin the needle through there, and we get into P14. So Kobayashi comes back at us, so we go past him and Barrichello, and now we're going to go up the inside of Adrian Sutil, and hopefully the other Force India and the Renault, and then we're in P10 with Jenson Button there, and we get past Jenson Button on traction. The AI really struggle in these wet conditions. And now we've got Kubica and Massa ahead of us. We're going to dive up the inside. Oh, and there's another car there, couldn't quite see who that was. But we go a bit wide, and that's going to cost us some time. And Hamilton, the other car there, comes back at us. And the yellow flags mean I had to slow down a bit, but I think now we are comfortably ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who of course is always really good in the wet conditions. And now we have to chase past the historic Grandmaster, Michael Schumacher. He's trying to attack the car ahead, which I believe is Rosberg. And that's going to lose them some time. We're going to be able to get a great run on Nico Rosberg there to move up another position to be in P5. And now we have to focus on being in P4, going around the outside of Schumacher. And now we've got Alonso ahead of us, and we have to get a good run on him onto this long straight to see if we can get into the podium positions. I think you guys would agree, and we've done it, and I think you guys would agree, this has been an incredible first lap, and then we sweep past Mark Webber on the straight in the slipstream, better exit. You can see Vettel's quite far ahead, we're going to have to chase him a bit, but this is going very well by our standards, and we have to brake now for the hairpin. And unfortunately we understeer a bit wide, different braking zone in the wet, and Webber's able to come past us, and Alonso's wheel to wheel of us, so there's going to be a drag race to the final corner. But I think we're going to win that drag race. Now we've got to go and overtake Mark Webber. But I think I might be the fastest car on this track by a long way, guys, which is pretty awesome. And we've got to now deal with Webber, deal with Vettel. So Webber's obviously going very slowly here through turn 1. We're going to try to have a look there, maybe towards the inside, but we just can't get our car right there. But he's going so slowly, it could happen any time. And I reckon now if I can just put my foot down I'm going to be able to pass him before the next corner. We're going to see what happens. Chasing Webber, going up the gears in these wet conditions. It's awful weather. And we're going to dive up the inside and Mark Webber to regain our P2 here at the Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai. And again now we've got to chase after Sebastian Vettel. Through the middle sector here we have to do it as well as we can. Go very, very wide again though, understeering. It's hard to adapt to wet conditions. And Webber is able to fly past us once again. Of course he does have a lot more downforce than us in that Red Bull. But I reckon we are faster than him for sure. And I reckon we can overtake him here today. Go a little bit wider on Ashtray, it's very slippery. We're going faster than before, we're still right behind Webber going as we're about to go onto this long straight, and who knows what can happen. I had to get good traction. And you can see we're already gaining, and there's a yellow flag or something, I don't know what, something behind us I can see. But Webber's going slowly and we're going to fly past Mark Webber once again on the straight to get back P2, but he is going to stick with us on the straight because I don't think the AI is still on the straight in the brain. And we're going to have to brake and try to make the corner if possible, but again we're going to go a bit wide, not as wide as last time, but it's not great. And Webber was able to take the position yet again. We just need to be a bit more consistent. Same old story really. Be more consistent and we can be world champion. I generally believe that. But Mark Webber again has a 4 exit and we're able to get back P2 from him yet again here today at the Chinese Grand Prix. Going on to lap 3, we just set the fastest lap of the race as well. And we're going to go a bit wide here at turn 1, but I think we're able to hold our position just about. And Vettel is going pretty slowly. And he spun out! Vettel has spun out all by himself. And we're now in P1, but we go a bit wide. And Webber's able to fly past us yet again. We're so distracted by Vettel messing up there. We know he can't drive in the rain, but what can you do? But I reckon we can still get Mark Webber here today. We just have to go chasing after him yet again here at the Chinese Grand Prix. We know where they're slow and we just have to capitalise on that. And we can win this Grand Prix and get 25 points on the board. Just have to keep it neat and tidy through here. And we're going to be able to get him on the long straight. I guarantee it. Staying very defensive into this corner, we're going to go out around the outside. Yes we are, and we got back our P1. Now all we have to do is make no mistakes. And I reckon we're going to find it pretty easy to put away from Mark Webber and the rest of the field to be able to win this Chinese Grand Prix. And of course, just to help us, there's no pit stops and if it stays wet. So that's going to help us. We just have to be consistent. And we are going to be victorious here today. Braking for the hairpin, we do go a bit wide, but we're so far ahead, I think we're going to be okay. And now we have to keep going and we'll win this Grand Prix. New fastest lap. And there you go guys, it's lap 11. I mean, we've obviously sped up quite a bit. Set one of the fastest laps of the race. I think Rosberg did get it towards the end. Webber's been falling back and back. And I think that we're doing pretty well. Obviously, we're winning. And we've got a fairly comfortable gap. It was bigger before, I think I did slow down a bit towards the end. And now we're just going to go down this long straight and we'll find a couple of corners. And we'll win the Chinese Grand Prix. Coming down towards the hairpin, great, nicely, and there we go. We now got to go around one more corner without spinning out or anything to come home and win this Chinese Grand Prix. We're gonna do it. Yes, guys, we're coming around the final corner, no spinning out, and we can start celebrating now because we have won the 2010 Chinese Grand Prix. An incredible first lap, and we kept it going.
Brilliant result, mate! Nobody expected that! Well done!
There you go guys, we won fairly comfortably. We could have won by a bigger margin. Webber fell down to P11, Button fell down to P10. Schumacher ended up all the way down to P18. So yeah, we have to be delighted with that. We have won the Grand Prix. What more can you ask for? My teammate finished in 23rd, 42 seconds behind us. And we're still P5 in the championship, 44 points, blessed of course. Only 1 point behind the real blessed one, Lewis Hamilton. And we're ahead of guys like Schumacher, Vettel and Button. That's pretty impressive. And constructors, we're maintaining a P5. Of course, only I've scored points on the team. I don't expect Senna to do nothing.
Congratulations! This must be a very special moment for you today with your first victory in Formula One. Give us your thoughts on the result.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. But I've been doing it in junior categories.
You've got to be feeling good about taking a victory in your first season in Formula One. Let us in on what you're experiencing right now. Are you emotional?
It's not like I never won a race before. I've had junior categories and stuff, so I want to win races. It's my job, so I'm happy but not emotional.
Taking a victory in your first season must put you in a strong position within the team. Are you hoping your attempt to assert yourself is recognised sooner rather
I want it
than
to be recognised by other teams. But yeah, I want to be first driver at HRT. That'd be something. And there you go, guys. That was the Chinese Grand Prix. You can see only HRT seem interested still at the moment, but it's still quite near the start of the season. And I think, yeah, we have to be delighted with that victory. I think you have to agree with that. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And thanks for the support tonight if you're still watching. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully, when we'll be racing at the 2010 Spanish Grand Prix.